Okay. All right. I think, yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So, did y'all have a good summit? I didn't see you guys.
Only on the bus.
I know, it was the dumbest thing ever. We had, here's what I thought, they sent out a, Molly, you keeping an eye on him? He's over here. So what? They did a survey, and I said on the survey what I didn't like, which was the fact that we were so far apart, like that everything was so stretched out that we never had time to just sit and be like, hey, how's it going? What are you learning? We just never had time to do that because we were always walking. We were always moving, and I hated that. That was not fun to me. That part I didn't like. So, but did you guys get a lot out of the sessions?
Yeah.
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 It was good, huh?
Yeah.
Are y'all on a team cup team?
I am not on a
No.
team cup.
Neither of you are? Oh my gosh. Okay, you have to be. So
I know we can still register, right? Because Carl got a voicemail from Carl Deichler. So
right. So, well, you have to be on a team.
personally.
So right now, I'm going to put in 2 groups. Well, I'll put it in the, let's start with the refinery. There we go. I know there are 2 people who need teams. Let's see. Okay, here. I will comment here. I have 2 coaches. Let's see, Stacy, because y'all are in this group. And Tanya. There. Let's see. Oh, and Dan Watson. They need 1 more. Yep. Okay. Sorry, I didn't need to record this part. Okay. So that registration goes through. I'm going to keep, let's see, scrolling just in case I find one. Oh no. Hold on. Okay, I think that might be it. Okay, so you need a team, like ASAP, and y'all really need to be on a team. Okay, so if that doesn't result in anything, will y'all post your own post in there saying that you need a team? Okay, I think it's super important. Y'all have been on teams before. I know you have.
I'm sorry. You said post our own post on there saying we're what?
If that doesn't do anything, I just commented on 2 people that I saw today that needed team members. So I put y'all's names in the comments. So if that doesn't result in anything, will you guys put a post up that says that y'all are a twosome and that you need team?
Yes.
So you guys really need to be on a team cup team. It's super important. I think it will really help, because it's kind of I'm sorry, puppy. I think it's really important, and especially right after summit, in order to keep that momentum going that you sort of probably got while you were there. And if you didn't have momentum when you got home, you need to get it going. So, okay, so I wanted to tell y'all a couple of dates. So the diamond bonus, did you guys hear about the diamond bonus?
Yeah.
Okay, in Q3 and Q4, it's the first time they've ever done it. $250 each quarter if you rank advanced to diamond and hold it for 6 weeks within the quarter and hit Success Club 5 in all 3 months in the quarter, which means that the first date I was going to tell you about would be July 31st, and that is you have to have Success Club 5 locked in by July 31st in order to qualify for the 3rd quarter bonus, because you have to hit Success Club in all 3 months. Okay, the next date that I'm going to tell you is August 23rd. That's a Wednesday. So if you go to bed on August 23rd and your Business Center looks like it's going to hit diamond, then it's going to hit diamond on Thursday the 24th. And then you have to hold it from Thursday the 24th of August through the end of September in order to have that. That's the 6 weeks. That's the latest that you can hit diamond and get the bonus if you've hit Success Club in July, August, and September. Or at that point would be July and August. But so you have to hit Success Club in July, August, and September. So really right now, the most important date is July 31st, okay? And that is that you need to hit Success Club. So how are you guys doing on Success Club?
I got 2 points this month so far.
Okay.
Big goose egg.
Okay. What are you doing to reel that in?
I've been doing a lot of reaching out on Facebook
Okay.
and messaging.
And who are you reaching out to?
People that have shown interest before, others that have shown interest on groups that I've done. So I've gone back to people who've actually been in free groups, and so I'm kind of going back.
That's good. You should. Now, what are you saying to them?
Probably the wrong things because I'm getting nothing.
That's why I'm asking. What are you saying?
For most of them that, I've been asking them, where are they on, because most of them that I'm talking to have told me what their fitness goals are, asking them where they're at, how can I help them, just kind of putting myself out there for them.
Okay.
So that's really what I've been doing.
Are you leading with that?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
You need to lead with a connection, okay?
Okay.
So if this is somebody who did a free group of yours 3 months ago, 4 months ago, let's say, or maybe it's somebody that you've been talking to since March or something like that, okay? Let's say that it's somebody you've been talking to for a while, and you reach out again, and maybe it's been 6 weeks since you've reached out. Instead of leading with Beachbody stuff, you're going to lead with the connection that you have with them, whatever it is. And if you don't have one, you go to their website, they go to their Facebook page, find a cute picture of their dog or their kid, and comment on it in the message and say, hey, I saw that adorable picture. Looks like you guys are having a great summer. I hope it's been going really well for you. How's it going? Always end with a question so they have a reason to answer and not just look at it and go, neat. Like always end with a question, because a lot of people will be uncomfortable if somebody's asked them a question and they didn't answer it. So it's good to lead with a connection and close with a question, but not Beachbody related. So start the conversation. Here, let me. I'm just gonna see if I can find something that I can read to you.
Oh, there's a mini me in behind you.
Yeah. Did he follow you, Moles? What's he doing now? Okay. So I've been talking to this girl forever. Okay, like forever I mean like 6 months at this point. So I said July 10th. Well, no, that's not a good one. Okay, so this was today. I said, hey, gorgeous, happy almost Friday. Just checking in to see if you wanted to connect. Hope you're having a great summer. That's all I said. And then she said, whatever, her kid was sick. And she said, can I talk to you at 5:30? I said, yeah, that sounds perfect. Then I did. And she's like, oh my gosh, my kid's sick again tomorrow morning. But anyway, that's how I led with that, instead of leading with, hey, you want to place an order? Or, hey, I've got another group coming up. I'm trying to find another one. Because I think that people always want to talk about themselves anyway. So let me find one. Okay, here we go. Tuesday. How is it already the end of July? How are you? I think we were mid-conversation. Let's keep it going. And I said, would it be easier to hop on the phone? And then I just kind of left it at that. And her answer was, sorry, not ignoring you. I just can't afford anything extra right now. Let's talk in the middle of August. This is somebody who like really wants to start, but she keeps having financial issues, which is fine. But like you just lead with something that's not Beachbody. Like this one girl said she was going to order before she left for vacation, which was last Thursday. And then she didn't. And so I said, hey, are you in vacation land? Are you having a fabulous time? That's all I said. Clearly not checking Facebook because she hasn't responded back. But, some kind of connection that you have with them, whatever it was, whatever the last thing. And so in your spreadsheet or however you're tracking your people, you should always have a spot where you can kind of put like notes in there, like what you've been talking about, what's your connection with them, so that you can continue those conversations. And I think that sometimes really makes a difference and goes really far with people. So try that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question kind of to back up on that. So that is my whole problem, is making connections. I start the small talk in the chat, and then it kind of fizzles. I can't get past it. And so it's like, when is the right time to start talking about, I have two things I'm going to ask you about, talking about Beachbody, because like, for example, yesterday or earlier, I posted like an update on my back. About hurt my back. And then this girl comes in, she's like, oh, sweet Tanya, I'm so sorry that your back is hurt, blah, blah, blah. And then she said another little chat. She says, hey, can I PM you? And I know she came from Avon. I know what she's doing. So right from that, which was really sweet. But then her PM was like, hey, this is the company that I just kind of got with. Watch this video and let me know what you think about this. So it's like, well, that was definitely, I didn't even watch the stupid video. But I also knew with her little sweet comment, and then can I PM you, I knew what was going to happen. So I don't want to be like that. So it's kind of like I'm having, and so when it's, asking me like, who are you talking to? Well, I'm not talking to anybody because I'm not connecting with anybody, because that's one of my big things that I'm self-sabotaging myself. So that's one thing. The other thing that I discovered today, because I just point blank asked a friend, I just said, so tell me, if you decided that you wanted to, like, you're ready to step in gear and you want to do something different and you want to lose weight and you want to start working out, what would make you, what would you do? Would you go to the gym? Would you go to CrossFit? Would you come see me at Beachbody? And this is a good friend of it's Julie, Stacy, Julie Caballero. Well, Julie too, probably. And I said, so she goes, well, to be honest with you, I don't really know what you do with Beachbody. So that's telling me right there that I'm not making my message clear in my post either. So Shalene says, don't talk about your business, drop hints. But so it's like, now I'm just like,
what?
Yeah, what do I do? And I've made the decision that if I don't do something with this business this year, I'm not doing it, because it's either I either need to poop or get off the pot, So, and I want to do it, so I need to quit stalling. But those are my things. So there, I just threw that out at you.
Okay. Well, okay, yeah. So Shalene talked about curiosity marketing versus attraction marketing, because that's kind of what's going on today. But, the thing about the curiosity marketing is that there already has to be something that's out there that they know. You already have to be, I think, this is just my opinion, that in order for curiosity marketing to work, that you already have to, and I think she said this, I fell asleep a little bit in her talk. Is the only one I fell asleep in. What the heck? Who does that? Is there anything? I was so tired. But anyway, so I think that for curiosity marketing to work, you have to have yourself established and your brand established. And I think that might be where you're struggling a little bit, is that you're kind of a little bit straddling two sort of things, the massage therapy and the Beachbody. And I think that maybe people are a little confused, although that post the other day about the guy in the sensual massage. I kept looking at the comments from that post. That was funny. So I guess my question to you is, I think your brand might be confusing, okay? And not to me, but to people who don't know what we do necessarily.
Right.
They might be a little confused. So if that sounds like something that you could agree with, maybe, or yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, what do you want Facebook to be a vehicle for?
I want it to be a vehicle for both of my businesses.
Okay. Okay. Let me pose it a different way. Hold on.
Okay.
Puppy going out of sight. Please hold. Hey, where are you going? Why did you come down? Puppy with that big honky face. The floppiest puppy on the planet. Okay. So, wait, hold on. Oh my gosh.
Aww.
He's so cute.
Like that ever, 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 ever.
My God.
Ever stay like that.
Seriously. Look at him.
Whoa.
The floppiest puppy ever to have existed. Okay. Now you lay down. Don't chew on, please. Don't chew on the kid. Okay, let me ask you a different question, a question a different way. So if you walked into a store and they had, you walked into a retail store, okay, and they had a wall of their stuff, okay, and their stuff was cute clothes for going out on the town and organic food. Would you be a little confused as to what they're doing?
Yeah.
Like, what is this place? I don't understand. Those are two completely different things. What do they have to do with anything? Well, they don't. Neither do your two businesses. So, you know, what if you want to promote your Beachbody business and you want to build your Beachbody business as a brand on Facebook, then you need to focus on that. If you want to build your massage therapy business on Facebook and build Beachbody somewhere else, then you need to focus on that. I think there's confusion for the Tanya Alexander brand. That's what I think. And, you know, I totally see everything Elle posts, by the way, just about. That's what I think. I think that there's just some confusion around what you're doing and what you're focusing on and, you know, kind of who you are. So, you know, when you establish your brand, when you establish who you are, if you decide that your store, because your Facebook, basically, for lack of a better word, is your storefront. And so when somebody walks into your store, that would be your Facebook, they're going to check it out. They're going to be like, I'm going to window shop a little bit, and they're going to go through your wall. That's how people get to know you. You know, these days, that's how it works. So people start going through your wall, and they see, you know, all this stuff. They're like, I don't even know what she's doing here. Like, what is she doing? And you know, the thing is what people may think is that you're a massage therapist and you like Beachbody products, but that doesn't establish you as a coach. So, you know, I think in order for that curiosity marketing stuff to work, you're really going to have to start building your brand a little bit more from the bottom. So you have to set yourself a really good base of support, who you are, and then you can start working up from there. But I think what would be, in my opinion, I think that our demographic is very Facebooky. I don't think we're Instagram, our age group. I don't think we're Instagram. I don't think we're Snapchat. I just don't think that's who our people are. So you want to make a go at this business, then I would, you know, obviously occasionally you can throw in massage therapy stuff like what you posted yesterday, which I know wasn't funny at the time, but sorry. It was
no, it was hilarious.
But, you know, if you instead really focus on who you are, your family life, and your Beachbody stuff. So, you know, and I think maybe some of the confusion too may come from the gym, because I know people know you work out at a gym, which is fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, clearly, because you're using Beachbody On Demand to drive your workouts and you're using the gym and their equipment, which is great. And it's a really good way to explain how Beachbody works from a different perspective, and how On Demand works from a different perspective. But, you know, when you post about going to the gym, I think you need to infuse in there how you're getting your workouts done and why they're effective. You don't have to say, I'm going to go to Body Beast. You can just say, I'm going in, I got my phone, I got my earbud, whatever they're called, and I'm going in to do my workout for the day. Bummer that my tiny house, it doesn't have a place for me to work out, so I joined a gym so I could really get the most out of my on-demand workouts. That's all you need to say. That is a little bit curiosity marketing, but at the same time, you're still talking about what you do. And if you post something like that, you know, like, okay, here's an example. I was gone for 2 weeks, and I had PMS the entire time, which was me. I'm sorry, it's totally recorded, but whatever. I haven't had period in like 6 months, and I all of a sudden had PMS while we were gone. Like the day that I left for New Orleans, I got PMS, and I had it for 2 weeks. So of course I ate all of the starch on the planet for 2 weeks. So I gained a bunch of weight. So now I talked about it a couple days ago and just said, truth. Okay, so I talked about that. Didn't say anything about what I was doing. I was kind of surprised it got any traction at all because it is a Beachbody-y kind of thing. But it got a little bit of traction. So my plan is every single day for the next 21 days, starting on Monday, I'm going to be like day 1 of 21 in the rapid rebuild, fix my fluff or whatever I'm going to call it. And then do a little report and a picture. But I'm going to do it every day. I don't care how annoying it is. I'm going to do it every day because I mean, I think I'm at the point now where people are reaching out to me and saying, hey, I need to get in shape. I need to lose some weight. Do something for me. Mm-hmm. You know, so I have clearly established what I do and people understand it. People get it. So that I think needs to be your goal. And I think you just need to be a little more intentional about it and maybe be very clear about what it is that you're focusing on, you know, and instead of promoting the massage right now, I would give yourself a solid until the end of the year, till the end of December. Really focus on talking about your clean eating, your exercise, your Shakeology, and you don't have to say what it is. People can ask you. Like you can be like, dude, my superfood drink today tastes like Reese's peanut butter cup. Woohoo!
Okay. Well,
don't take a picture of yourself with the cup.
No.
but you know, like that I think that would help a lot in establishing who you are, because it's interesting that you've been doing this long enough that you think people would be like totally understand what you do, and now they're going, wait, what do you do? So that's an indication that that you're not clear enough in your messaging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stacey, I didn't mean to dominate the conversation by my question, but I hope the information was helpful.
No, because I've had the exact same thing happen recently. One of the girls that I work with, I've talked to her about Shakeology. I've talked to her about the workouts. And as she was leaving on Wednesday, she says, oh, I was watching that infomercial on, you know, that one that's Pilates and yoga. I'm like, Payo. She said, yeah. She goes, I almost bought it. I'm like, she goes, and I think I'm going to buy it. I'm like, well, wait a minute. You need to call me. She goes, well, what do you mean I need to call you? I'm like, how does she not know? I mean, I talk to her about it all the time. But I guess I have never come out and said, this is what I do.
What I do, yeah.
So that kind of opened my eyes. So, I mean, so I've now realized that, okay, so yeah, people know I'm drinking Shakeology, I'm doing the Beachbody workouts, but wait a minute, I'm not a customer. I'm a coach.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. That's the difference. And I think, you know, okay, here's something I never see y'all do. And I'll tell you something that I never do. I don't ever post about the business opportunity. So there you go. I have tons and tons of discount coaches. I think I have 88 discount coaches. And I have 6 working coaches. Like there's something wrong with my system, right? I'm not attracting working coaches. And it's because clearly I don't post about the business opportunity. But I'm going to tell you guys that I know there's one thing you guys never post about, and that's challenge groups and inviting people to challenge groups and talking about challenge groups without calling them challenge groups. I posted, am I right? Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
I do it like once every 3 or 4 months.
I know, that's what I'm talking about. You never do it.
It's pretty much never.
So you should be doing that about every other week minimum.
Yeah.
Because that does define you as a coach. So that really does define you as a coach. Like that says, I'm a coach, I have a group, you should come. I did a post about Shift Shop. When was it? Beginning of July. Y'all can go find it if you want to. You're more than welcome to take the wording because I actually took it from somebody else. I just switched it around so it sounded like me, in my voice kind of thing. And I think I sold, this is during Summit. I posted it like 2 days. That's what I did. I posted it. See, we left for Summit on a Wednesday. I posted it on Monday. And then by Friday, I had sold 6 challenge packs from that one post.
God, I just want to sell. But you talk to people. You're talking to people. And Stacey and I are not. I know this because Stacey and I have talked for hours.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
We're not talking to people and connecting with people on a regular basis.
You're not giving them an opportunity to. So you're not giving them an opportunity to connect with you on that level because they don't know what's going on. Right. So you're not posting about challenge groups and free groups and all these opportunities, coach opportunity. I told you guys a couple months ago when we had that coach opportunity call. It was a refinery thing and there were 8 of us talking in it and nobody from our team invited people to it except me. And that was a really good opportunity for you guys to not have to participate because you're not ready yet. Maybe you don't know how to talk about the coach opportunity. I know how to talk about it like this. I can't talk about it on Facebook for some reason. I don't know what my problem is. I'm working on it. It's a thing. But like things like that, like if there's a certain number of things you should be doing as a coach. You should be running free groups, which you guys do on occasion, not a ton, but on occasion. Yeah. You should be running coach opportunity calls, and you should be participating in coach opportunity calls. You should be inviting to challenge groups and offering challenge groups, and you should be inviting people to all of those things. So if you're not doing any of those things, then people don't know what's going on. So you have to give them an opportunity to understand what you're about in order for you to be able to connect with them on that level. Like all the people that I talked to, there were probably, I think I had 32 comments on that post, or it ended up being like 32, either comments or personal messages or whatever. And, but on that one post, so, but I posted about a challenge group, about an accountability group. So that was how we could connect and get to that really quickly because that's what they commented on, So I think that's where you have to get people, and so if you start posting, you have to be really careful with your words. So if you go look at the post that I did back at the beginning of July, you can see the words that I chose because the problem with this Facebook is that it will tag some of the words that you put in these posts and then it will bury the post. So like join me or comment if you want in, like stuff like that. Facebook doesn't like it and they bury it. So you have to be really careful about the way you say stuff. If you go look at Matt Way, I think did one recently. So I'm in a group with her and she did, it's our Bombshell Dynasty Diamond group. And she did a post recently where it was brilliant the way it was worded. And she's got 78 Success Club points right now. 78. Okay. Now, granted, she's Lindsay Matway, but still. Go look at her posts. And you can't copy it. And even you wouldn't want to because she's just on a completely different level. But the one that I did was, it was Marissa Rollins. Did y'all meet her when we were in? So it was her post that I got the idea from. And she did really well with that post too. She and I talked about it while we were in New Orleans. And she sold like 6 challenge packs off that post too. So go look at it and look at the wording and kind of see how it all fits in and why it works. And then do a riff on it. But if you're not doing those things, you cannot connect with people on those things. Because see what's happening, Stacey, my guess is that you're messaging people and you're not getting to the Beachbody conversation because they don't know that that's what you're about. So when you do mention it, they're like, hey, that came out of nowhere. Just like Tanya, the girl who messaged you today or a couple days ago or whatever with your back and was like, hey, check out my new company. And you're like, how did we get there? And you're excited by it, you know, like how did we go from, hey, I'm glad your back's better to, hey, buy some of my crap, you know, like that's not cool. Right. And so you want to be able to give them a vehicle to get to that point. And the only way you're going to do that is if you're posting. I'm talking to myself too, because I'm fine with the challenge groups. I'm fine with free groups. I do that really well. That's not my problem. It's the coaching opportunity. It's why I have 88 discount coaches and only 6 working coaches, because I suck at that. So that's something that I need to work on. So I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you. But, you know, I think that that's really important. So I think and I'm not setting myself up as a leader of a team because people don't want to join me to make money. They want to join me to get fit and then get a discount because that's what I'm putting out there. So I am changing my brain talk, my self-talk, and telling myself I am a good leader, I do know what I'm doing, and I can attract the good coaches. And so that's something that I'm personally working on right now. Like that's my own deal that I'm working on, you know, and so maybe you guys can start talking to yourself saying, I am a Beachbody coach. I do know what I'm doing. I can get people results and they should come and hang out with me. But just to talk to yourself and say, I'm not really so good at this, and I'm not really sure if I want to do this anymore. And you're putting that out there, and that's what's going to come back to you. So change the way you're talking to yourself, and then actually work through it, for it, do it. So change the way that you talk about it to yourself, and just say, okay, I am a good coach. Gosh, I've gotten great results myself. I know what I'm doing. I can bring people in. I can talk to people. Because both of you are super fun to talk to. And I'm sure that when you message people, it's witty and funny and enjoyable to talk to. You know, like, message.
I'm not messaging people. That's another problem. I need to message people.
Okay. So you have to convince yourself that you're good at this, that you're good enough at this. Because when you're putting that idea out there that if this doesn't work in the next year, I'm going to quit. Well, you're setting yourself up to quit. Period.
You're right. I know. Okay, I'm going to put those words back in my mouth. Watch.
Well, I mean, I had a conversation with somebody the other day, another 1-star diamond, and she and I were talking about it, and I was like, I am not a good leader. She's like, shut up. You are a good leader. Don't ever say that again. And I'm like, yeah, you're totally right. And then I listened to, we had a diamond call. Do you know who Kim Carver is? He's a, yeah. So we had a diamond call with him Monday night. The Bombshell Dynasty had a call with him in the Diamonds group, and it was pretty awesome. But that's one of the things he talks about. He's like, what you say to yourself is exactly what's going to happen. Exactly what's going to happen. So you have to change that. You have to change the way that you talk to yourself, or you're not going to be able to change. And when you see it on Facebook, like if you go in and type up a challenge group invite, it's going to sound like, if this doesn't work, I'm going to quit in a year. You're going to have that undertone in there. And so you have to put confidence out there. And, you know, like when you're writing a post, go look at my post, because I am just like you. I'm not a 15-star diamond. I'm not, you know, an elite coach. I am just a dinky 1-star diamond, you know, so that isn't always an active 1-star diamond. I'm just a diamond right now. I'm like 2 coaches away, I'm 1 coach away from going active 1-star. Again, it doesn't really matter. 2-star is the one that matters. But anyway, I'm just like you. So my post should work for you. And y'all have to be a little bit careful because we have a lot of the same friends. So, you know, like Heather or Kimberly, Kimberly and I have some mutual friends, but not as much as the 2 of us, or the 3 of us. But, you know, for Heather, like she could go just cut and paste the darn thing, and the only mutual friends she and I have are her and her mom. So, you have to be a little bit careful, but, be really intentional and go look at it. And when you read the post back to yourself before you post it, make sure it sounds like something that would come out of your mouth. Like I say things like fixin' to and gonna. And so I put those in my post. I write like that. People who know me know that that sounds just like something that would come out of my mouth. And when I'm messaging people, I do the same thing. I'm like, I would never go, like the Lindsay Matway people are always like, hey girl. Well, I don't talk like that. So
I'm a hater, so I would.
Okay, so then that's okay. But see, you like when you pattern your stuff after somebody else, that's fine because there's no reason why you should go reinvent the wheel. But make sure everything sounds like you because you want people to know the authentic you, who you are and what you have to offer. Now, if you guys are running challenge groups, we only have 3 minutes left, so I'm going to hurry. If you guys are running challenge groups and they're crickety and quiet and you want some more engagement because you want your people to get excited and you want to be able to convert them to coaches, whether they're discount coaches or working coaches, stop doing it and join somebody else's challenge group and add your people in until you get more content and more confidence. Because when you're putting a challenge group together, and just challenge groups are so important for your funnel. They are so important for your funnel to keep customers, to get discount coaches, to get working coaches. That is where they come from, is those challenge groups. And if you're having, I'm not in your challenge groups, I don't know, but if you're having crickety challenge groups, get rid of them. Quit, stop. And I don't care, get in mine. I don't care, I think y'all are both in mine. Get in mind, put your people in mind, let them start interacting in there, give them a really good experience. You start to get more confident, and the next time you run a challenge group, you are going to be more confident because you're going to know how a challenge group works, and you're going to know how an effective challenge group works and how to engage your people and how to keep them engaged, which is super, super important. That's where all this stuff comes from. You want to go diamond, both of you, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Have to have coaches to go diamond, even if they're just discount coaches. You are not going to get discount coaches without running awesome challenge groups, period. Because you're not going to get people to say, yeah, sure, I'll do Shakeology for the next 6 months, I'll get the discount, I'll be a discount coach, if they don't love everything about what we're doing. So you have to give them that really good experience. And so if you're struggling with that, stop struggling, join somebody else's group. When you hit diamond, we will kick you out. But for now, there's no reason why you have to struggle. So whatever you need to do to be successful, make it happen, But I really challenge you guys. I mean, I watch you guys on Facebook because I comment on all your stuff. You see that. But I want you guys to really start thinking about how you can portray yourself as a coach, not just a Beachbody customer, not just a user of products who loves them. And really hone in on you as your brand, because that is your brand. Your brand is you. Your brand is Tanya. Your brand is Stacy. That's who your brand is. And when people, like I run into people in the grocery store that say, oh, I follow you on Facebook. You're a fitness girl. Like that's what people know me around this community as, which is pretty cool. So I'm doing something right there. I'm not entirely sure what it is. But I am there because people tell me all the time, I follow you on Facebook, you're such an inspiration, or gosh, I can't believe you're 45 years old. Like, how are you doing that? Like stuff like that. So go look at other people's pages that are like you. Don't go look at Matt Ways and copy what she's doing. Don't go look at Bonnie Engel, copy what she's doing, because they're not on our level. We're all the same. You guys are so close to where I am, okay? So go look.